Happy Tuesday, water signs. Stay focused and sleep it doesn't. Let's see what you guys need to know today. If you want a personal reading, the link's in the bio of the schedule. Otherwise, let's see what you guys need to know. You guys always like to see the good in people, and that it isn't always the right thing. And it's not a bad thing, but it's like you like to see it in people who don't see it in themselves, and sometimes it comes back to bite you in the ass, to be quite honest, because the people don't always get to that level with themselves in general, period. Because they don't want to. Yeah, that piece of them is there, but it doesn't mean they're ever going to get there with themselves. And so you need to set boundaries, really. Just because you can see that doesn't mean that they're ever going to be there. And you need to start setting the boundary with yourself, knowing that what you see is what you're going to get from that person. So you can see that they can go further and they can be a better person, but the actions that they're showing is really who they are currently. So you need to accept that, because a lot of people are sheep's in wolf clothing, you know? And so you need to keep the boundary and hold yourself accountable to that, and realize that not everybody wants to see you succeed. And, you know, you need to start keeping your things private to yourself, because you tell everybody, because you're honest, whatever about yourself, and you can't do that. You need to keep your cards close to your vest, because a lot of people would like to see your downfall, to be quite honest, because you are so honest that people don't like that you mirror themselves to them, because that's something you automatically do that don't realize that you're doing to people, and that pisses people off. And there are, you know, a few that you could tell things to that aren't going to do that to you, but you have to remember that that's only like one or two. So, you know, you're never alone, but that's that fine line you got to walk. You're going to have a breakthrough, though. Confirmation, and start understanding this and acknowledging it, because you've done a lot of healing, and with that healing, you're starting to acknowledge for yourself that you do a lot of your best work kind of like in the darkness, if that makes sense. Like, when you're hurt or you're angered, you take that and you turn it into something positive. It's like your driving force. It drives you forward in life. You don't like dwell in it. That's where the light comes out for you. It like pushes you forward. You transmute that energy for yourself. You don't dwell in the wishy-washy negative energy, the sadness and shit like that. You just take it, turn it, and move forward. And that helps you a lot in life. And you have no problems hanging out in the dark side of life either. Like the sadness, stuff like it doesn't bother you. It just like, and you're starting to acknowledge that for yourself. You're like, oh, well, that kind of pushes me forward with, you know, it gives me the, you know, take that and go with it. Like, use that as, you know, I'm going to show them, you know, kind of thing for yourself. That's how you deal with your feelings, you know. That's how you get in touch with yourself. And that's really good in Screen Went Dark for confirmation. You need to pay attention to those feelings and emotions while you're doing it, though, and acknowledge them, because that's also how you help process them. You need to start paying attention to the future, though, and what you want to do with your future, where you want to go, because you haven't really done that. You need to acknowledge it, and, you know, money, and how you're going to get there in your body, because you're not really paying attention to your body lately, and you need to pay attention to what you're putting into your body, because you're not really eating much or drinking, you know, water and stuff, and you need to do that, because that's the fuel that fuels you and helps your brain function. You need to do that a little more. So, you need the fuel to go further. You need to give a little thought to your future. What's going to make you happy? Where would you like to end up? Things of that nature. Start thinking. Happy Tuesday, guys.